Today we'll be looking at a topic that has been trending all over social media in terms of Facebook and Twitter. Early this week, reports emerged from CI account that students there were taking an exam, a mock exam, that had portraits of Governor Rasanga. A number of people thought that Rasanga was using education to campaign for the next general polls, while a section of Kenyans thought that since he was the financier of the examinations, he had a right to put his portrait on the papers. Today, we are joined by the two panelists, as I introduced them earlier. They're going to give us their views over the matter. And at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Maxon Nairo to give us his point of view. Welcome.
Yes, I'm very thankful to be here, to be getting this opportunity to come and discuss issues. I think what Rasanga did was not right.
Okay.
Because you going to the extent of having your photos on exam papers, exams being done in schools, then it really shows how politics has captured our society to the extent where students even cannot concentrate on their exams, because I believe even the students themselves, they were actually shocked, because it's something that has never happened before, and I'm not very sure whether it will ever happen again.
So in your opinion, this was a political move?
Yeah, in my opinion, that was a political move, and a very bad one. Yeah.
Okay.
Very bad one. Very wrong.
I think my friend is wrong, because by fact that something has never happened, it doesn't make it wrong. Okay. So we should look at it. We should break it into bits and see. By Rasanga putting there the photo, perhaps this was the rule of society he broke. Maybe we are looking at it from a moralist perspective, or a religious perspective, or a political perspective. Whatever perspective we give it, let's use that perspective and then say, now when you look at it, maybe morally Rasanga did this, it is wrong because our morals dictate this. But without that framework, we can't just say he was wrong because it has never happened.
Point.
Okay. Okay, to my friend Liguru, what do you think was the main motive behind the Governor Rasanga having his photos on the exam papers?
Perhaps in life we might not look at, we might not dissect everything to reach at the motive behind something. What you are looking at is what that thing does to us. Rasanga has sponsored these exams, and he felt, he's using his own money. So I feel that with my own money, the product I want is this. I want questions, I want instructions, and then at the side, just on page 1, if I'm sponsoring let's say a 20-page exam, because this is English, Kiswahili, and so on. I'm sponsoring a 20-page exam, and just my photo appearing on one page on something I've sponsored with my own money. How do you say that is wrong?
Now let me interject. You have said that he might be using his own money, but again, we are not sure about if the money belongs to the county government, or it is his money from his personal pocket, because it was a county mock exam.
So now you take that initiative. What we should now be condemning is whether Rasanga used his own money, or whether Rasanga used the county's money.
So in your opinion, if he used his own money, it's okay?
If he used his own money, there's no problem. And just look, these are photo. We can put there the photo of Rasanga. We can put there the photo of a stone, and it doesn't do anything. Yeah.
And one thing that I'd like to correct my learned colleague here: 99.99% sure that Rasanga did not use his own money, even to sponsor those exams.
Yeah, there's some photos on social media that was claiming that the money is taxpayers' money.
Yeah, that's taxpayers' money, and you cannot tell me because just a bit. Let me tell you one thing. We know the characters of governors. We know what they can do, and we know what they cannot do. And one of the things we know is those people cannot use their own money to sponsor something good to happen in the society. That one we know.
Yeah.
So when you're coming here, you're telling me that There's no problem. We could have had a photo of a stone there and it could have played no part. My main question is, because I'm very sure behind everything that humans do, there's a reason why you do. Of course, there's a reason why you come to work. Because you want to earn money, because you want to pay your rent, because you want... There's a reason why. Maybe let's say you walk to town because you want to be fit, or because you want to save money. So I believe in the same context there is a reason why that photo was there. That photo was supposed to communicate something to the
So
students.
look, what is Rasanga's fault? Because you are fixing 2 points, 2 problems into one.
Now,
Just a minute. The problem, is it the photo being there, or is the problem the source of the money? Are we condemning Rasanga because he used, county money for doing that, or we are saying the photo being there, whether the money is his or not, but the photo being there, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Where's our problem?
The photo being there is a problem.
now the thing that many people are questioning the motive of that photo being there. People from the political quarters, maybe Rasanga, they'll be voting next year. Maybe Rasanga was using that chance to campaign.
It's good. You are saying maybe. These are only ideas people are coming up with. So we are not very sure of that. We can't say that Rasanga's motive was to campaign. And by there, I don't think on those photos he wrote somewhere, "Vote for me," or "Rasanga is a good person," or anything. If it was just a photo and then the text was comprising the exam instructions and the questions, then to me, that should not be a problem. I'm not saying that there is no problem. I'm saying that should not be a problem, because actually, let's look at it from our society is rotten. I'm so mediocre. Actually, I think that's the word. We become so mediocre. We look at small things, we magnify them, then we take very big things and we trivialize them like they are nothing. For example, look at Kenya right now. Right now we are talking about a certain water project in Kirinyaga. People say the project will eventually have very negative but affect the lives of people. There is a bigger thing that is going to
As he used his own money and he wanted to sponsor what he's doing now 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Now we are heading into elections. It's almost elections time. Now Rasanga is sponsoring exam papers with a photo.
Now again, just another thing, just before you continue, many people took the same point because they say parents usually pay for the mock examination, but this time Rasanga took over the burden. Maybe it could be a reason, a campaign tool.
we keep on saying maybe, but
No,
what
but,
if
but
maybe not?
But you see, I'm talking in terms of from the political quarters. In political quarters, people do these things, but they got to give you their game plan. Rasanga cannot say that I'm sponsoring this examination because I'm campaigning. So it is just a
look
maybe.
here. My friend here, Hiro, is saying that why didn't Rasanga do this thing 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Do everything Rasanga here, 3rd year, and now, right now, this was the whether we have elections, we don't have elections. The problem with Kenyans is like anything somebody does, we chain it on elections.
On politics.
Yeah, politics. Somebody who was here to say, actually, I'm the one who sponsored this exam.
But
First of
remember-
all, has he barred other people, other contestants, if now we want to give it a political, barred other contestants from doing the same?
No, but remember he's a politician. And the current mood in the country is that whatever everybody it's campaign period currently. Though it's not official, but it's the campaign period. So whatever any politician does, it is calculated like politics. For example, the point you brought earlier, the issue of Muranga water project. People said Raila is using that issue to gain political favor.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
In
we
Central.
have become a very degraded society, such that everything Kenyans are concerned only about elections. When we are not talking about the local elections, right now a Kenyan knows almost everything about Donald Trump, just because of elections.
Yeah.
But we don't know. We know nothing about maybe Tanzania, because now the election is over. We don't know whatever Magufuli, the good project, is doing. Kenyans are entering elections next year. Everything we do here, cast our nets outside Kenya, in only countries that are going to the poll and so on. My point is this: whatever Rasanga has done, actually, I'm only concerned that people could give it, supporting Rasanga for what he did. Who sets the exams? After the paper is, but what I'm saying is this: the teachers did not raise Kenyans on Facebook or Twitter began raising the concerns.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It means you are satisfied with whatever was on the ground, with whatever was, it's only a reflection of what we want. Who are you? It's not even your
But
governor.
they say, don't cut the hand that feeds you.
The teacher,
Yes.
and you know, politicians are very, very powerful people in this country. And corruption in schools, they say maybe the teachers were bribed. Then they don't have to, they cannot say anything.
Because
You
because
see-
they are being funded to print the exam. Why will you go against when you don't have the money, but somebody else has the money? It tells you that before I give you the money,
You
I
know, you
want
are
to
making
do
a very
this.
wrong assumption that they don't have the money. Last year, students sat the same exam.
Yeah, but-
was Rasanga there? No. The other year, so money is always there. You can't say there is no
But
money.
you see-
but
you
these
see-
people, the point is, these people are satisfied with whatever mediocrity. If it was a mediocre, act that Rasanga did, okay, he wasn't nominated. So Rasanga hasn't begun acting the way he's acting today, and the people of county government, they know him from from his. So
But-
they chose this because they knew he was the best person for them.
But again, looking at the past behavior of Rasanga, everything about him is questionable.
Mhm.
Like about a year ago, 2 years ago,
Mhm.
there was this scenario whereby he replaced the president's portrait in his office with cause leaders.
Let me just cut you.
Now,
Let me just cut you. Whatever you're saying that everything is questionable, that's why I'm saying if people knew the history of Rasanga and yet they did nothing. In fact, they voted him in. So Rasanga is a reflection of his people.
Now, let me ask
That
you-
mediocrity, if he has the, if he's not reasoning, then we can say, and I'm sorry to say, all the people there are reasoning.
Personally, I think what Rasanga did was, we will have to allow our listeners.
Thank you for my panelists today. That marks the end of today's discussion. You can join the discussion by logging to our Facebook pages at hivisasa.com, whereby you can share your opinion regarding the matter.